What's up everyone, we're back at it again. My name is Brad and welcome back to my channel. Today what I want to do is I want to give you a week 3 update on my Ficus Elastica Tineke, or a rubber tree. The reason why I want to give you an update is because I want to show you what the progress looks like between week 2 and week 3 and all of the beautiful growth that this particular tree has put on. So without further ado, let's get to it. Week 3 update of my Ficus Elastica Tineke, otherwise called a rubber tree. So as you can see, I've gotten a lot of progress since the week 2 update. Let's take a look at some of the changes that have happened since week 2. So as you can see, for this particular branch here, I have 3 leaves and I have a 4th leaf that is appearing as well. The second branch, I have 4 leaves with the 5th leaf appearing. This third branch here, I have 3 leaves with a 4th leaf starting to form, 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 3 leaves, and 3 leaves. So with the week 3 progress, I'll say that this particular Ficus Elastica Tineke is doing absolutely phenomenal. This again is one of my favorite Ficus Elasticas because of the fact that it just has this beautiful variegated creamy color to it. Now I do also have a ruby. The ruby has just more of a pinkish tone to it, and that eventually does fade to more of this cream color. But with the Tineke, pretty much all you get is the cream color. Just look at that beautiful leaf color. I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again. These leaves will get bigger. Now, obviously not the leaves that have essentially already matured, but the leaf sets that are going to come after these preceding leaves will just continue to become larger and larger until they're roughly about the size of my hand. You can kind of see that happening lower in the tree as well. So this leaf is larger than this leaf up here, but it will get bigger, or the leaves on this branch will get bigger. And you can just see what the growth pattern looks like here. My ultimate goal in doing the big chop for this particular Ficus Elastica is to have multiple branches and multiple branches that are mature before the end of this growing season. So I think this tree is going to have a beautiful shape when I get that done. If you like videos like this and want to see more videos about houseplant tips and tricks, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and would mean a lot. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. One thing that I want to monitor while I'm outside, since it's finally sunny out, is I want to monitor the soil just to see what it looks like. Now, previously I had said that I wasn't going to do any watering because of the fact that this soil was staying pretty wet a lot longer than I anticipated. I had said before that I like to water once a week, regardless of if the soil is wet or dry, but that usually only happens when the sun is sunny. But because I've had a lot of overcast days, the soil has just remained damp, so it hasn't really become necessary for me to do the watering as frequently as like I said, anticipated. I do want to call out that I just found this one little infant leaf here. Let's see if you can see it. That is starting to form by this branch. So we'll keep an eye on that because I think this is high enough on the tree to where I won't mind having another branch come out. And then you can also see that I have additional activations that might decide to grow or they might not. It's usually a 50-50 when you see this later growth about whether or not they'll develop or whether or not they'll just stay in this state. Now, if you do want to activate these branches, you can either do some kind of notching, or alternatively you can just simply top off your tree, and that would most likely result in these branches becoming activated, or these nodes becoming activated. So I decided to take this Ficus Elastica Tineke out of its pot just so you can see what the root ball looks like and why I am choosing not to water it right now. So again, we do have a lot of damp soil up top, but then if you look down here, you'll see that this is still really wet, and you can tell that it's really wet not only by touching it but just based on the color. It's a lot darker than what you would expect or what you want before watering again. So in order to keep these roots nice and healthy, I'm just going to hold back on the watering for this week. As you can see that I have a lot of really strong root development that's happening here, and this is going to be a good sized pot for my Ficus Elastica Tineke, and I'll probably keep it in here for a couple more years. Okay, so I also decided to do one last thing before wrapping up this video, and that is I want to put a marker on one of these branches so we can keep the orientation the same as we're monitoring the growth of what this Ficus Elastica Tineke looks like throughout the season. So our marker is going to be right on this top branch. I just tied a little black, wow, I can't see colors, a red ribbon around the top branch, and hopefully this is going to be able to help us in figuring out our right, our left, and all of these branches that are all around. Because even though I haven't really rotated it that much yet, I am going to start rotating this probably about once a week. And I think it'd be really cool just to have a good reference point as we're comparing one week to another. And there you have it. That's the week 3 update of what my Ficus Elastica Tineke looks like after giving it the big chop. As I said in my previous video, I hope this gives you the courage to also give your tree a big chop, especially if you're trying to get some kind of reinvigoration or multiple branches. It truly is the easiest way. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video.